Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back yet again for another Immaculate podcast episode. We are on episode 17. Oh my goodness. Yeah, boy, we in here today and we got a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. This man realistically doesn't need an introduction, but I'm going to give you one anyway. This man is a legend in this industry. This man is revolutionizing Evansville and is flipping it upside down, picked it up, sat it back up, and put it on a ladder and decided to display the hard work that this man has done and is currently doing. He goes by Charles Hamilton. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, the GOAT, he's in the building. Oh my goodness. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Last time we talked,
yeah,
bro, you've been, matter of fact, I got the perfect button for you. Bro, you have been in your bag the last couple years. You ain't stopped yet.
No,
and
man.
it's crazy to me, bro, what you're doing right now, dog.
Hey, man.
You're killing it.
I'm trying.
You ain't trying, bro. You're exceeding expectations. I remember when this project started before COVID, and then you were talking to me about it during COVID, and you painted this picture, and it's absolutely insane that you literally are not only living in it in real time, but I feel like even you have outdone yourself.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know.
Man, don't be humble, bro. Don't be humble. Just saying that. We not here for all that. These people aren't here for the humble talk, bro. They are here to hear the true facts.
Right. I mean, but there's a lot of growing in that, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, you open a gym during, like, COVID.
Yep.
Right? You know, that was unexpected. So, and then just hustling and making sure, you know, you got to keep it going, you know. So,
right.
But, yeah, we talked about that. We talked about, you know, the gym in the restaurant back then, man.
Yep.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Dude, you've been killing it. Seriously. I need to change the settings on this. Give me 1 second, guys. For some reason we sound like we're echoing right now, and if we are, guys, I apologize. Alright. That should fix it. That should fix it. But if for some reason, guys, you guys are hearing an echo, please drop in the comment section and let us know, because like I feel like I'm getting a little reverb back, but I don't really know why. Yeah, it's super weird, but either way, we should be good. If for some reason we're not, guys, please let me know. It could be just because like our microphones are a little close. Make sure y'all drop in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Drop us a hey, what's up? Drop questions if you got something for Charles, if you got something for myself. Basically, this man is literally changing the fitness game in Evansville. And for the ones that don't know, Evansville is one of the most obese cities in the United States, correct?
Yeah, it was one of them. We was.
It was until you took over.
Yeah, right. Well, it was one, and we was at one point we was number one, but I think that's changed a lot since.
Yeah, bro. Dude, listen, it's just crazy to watch someone talk about a dream that turns into reality in real time. And literally, what I had told you from the start, I was like, people gonna be mad about this one, bro.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna like it.
Well, you know, the ones that you truly try to, you know, the ones you think that don't really support you, are typically the ones that are close to you. So, you know, that typically happens. That's not nothing new. I had to go through it for the first time, so it was hard for me because I had a lot of close people with me.
Right.
And so at first it feels like that, but I mean, at the end of the day, when you're on your grind and you're on your journey, then you know, all that kind of ceases and goes away, and then you know, you just got to keep going, man.
Bro, and you're, like I said, bro, you're killing it. You're literally setting a different level of expectations when it comes to a business owner.
Hey, I'm not. I just see what everybody else does, and
right.
then I just, you know, I kind of try to move and see how they do it.
Right.
So it's like, you know, there's a couple of people out there, you know, obviously that I follow that I'm.
Yo, give them a shout out, man. Tell us.
Yeah, I mean,
who's your people? Who's your people that inspired you?
So, you know, I'll be honest. A lot of it, it's not negative, so that's why I don't want to mention it. But
Okay.
it's like
Just say, just there's certain people that obviously
Yeah.
aren't favorable that just obviously
Yeah.
motivated me. I can respect that.
like there's a lot of them. They know who they are. I reach out to them every once in a while, and but but as far as what I'm doing, I mean, I'll be honest. Some of them same people that you look up to, and they're like, you're like, hey, I wanna do such and such. They'll tell you no, because they'll be like, this ain't gonna work.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, so for it to I think anybody that's trying to start a business, I don't really think like when you first started, like for me, a lot of people didn't understand like the back work that took to get to that point.
Right.
So it was a lot of, I know it's Easter, but it was a lot of God in that, because it's like, you know what I mean, the journey. I didn't understand it at first. Like, I'm moving all over the country. You remember? Like,
Yeah, I remember that.
Bro,
I was everywhere.
I was everywhere.
And
Running.
Hey, Charles was on his Christmas Columbus shit. That's how much he was moving around, guys.
I was all over the country, man.
Yeah.
Moving, running gyms, training, being a bodybuilder, doing that, living that lifestyle, and but learning and trying to understand why I'm going through this. I'm sure somebody out there, and many of you out there right now, that are going through some type of journey that you're like, man, why am I doing this? But 10 years later, it's gonna come back. You're gonna be like, I'm doing, like, for instance, right? This is what's so funny. So at the protein house, we have people who cook, obviously, and we got the dishes, right? Dishwashers and stuff like that. So I'm back there doing dishes and I know how to operate it, because back in the day, years ago, I mean, I was a dishwasher at Hacienda on Green River Road. So
Yo,
it's like,
hey, shout out to Hacienda.
Yeah. Shout out to Hacienda.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Now, I knew I wasn't going to do that job forever. That was terrible, bro. So, but, and then, you fast forward to cooking. I was actually meal prepping for people when I moved back from Atlanta. So I was meal prepping. So it was like, it kind of just, it all went hand in hand. So it is what it is.
That's what's up.
That's
man.
just that little piece.
Right.
But
hey, and that's the thing, bro. You've always been a solid dude, but the thing is, you started from nothing, and that's the biggest tailor right there.
Yeah.
You've not only set the bar, bro. You reset the bar.
Starting from nothing. Yeah. So, yeah, and that's the hard part, because you don't have anybody to kind of lean on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if like I said, anybody who's trying to run a business, you don't understand it. You are literally working 7 days a week, all day, every day. I got two, and I don't stop. So I know my people because I still coach classes and I still train people. So they're like, man, what time do you go to bed? I'm like, I go to bed at 11. I get up at 4, go to the gym open my gym at 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have a 5 a.m. class. Just shout out to my sweaty class. I have 5 a.m.
Hey, shout out to everybody that goes to the sweated class. Because I know they be in there, bro.
They're in there. 5 a.m. I'm there. I'm teaching class at 5 a.m. I got a 6:20. I got a 7:45 class. The 7:45 class is for, it's called the Women of Strength. It's an older class. So I teach that class, and then I come back. I leave after I teach them, and I go to Protein House and work till like noon. And then, because I have a noon class at the gym, so I'll be teaching, training the noon class. And then I got kids. I train kids after school. So, and then after school, after that class is over, then I do another class at 5. So after that, I go back to the Protein House.
Jeez.
Bro, it's nonstop.
Jeez.
Yeah. People want to know, like, and then sometimes I gotta train kids after my sweaty class at 5 p.m.
Yeah, I think there's a couple times I've come in the gym and you were in there at 7, 8 o'clock still training athletes.
Yeah, man, I'm training kids, man, training these young athletes, man. They getting it in. So yeah, man.
Yo, Don DeMarco for Charles.
Hey, man.
Working 17 and a half hours a day, bro. That's big boy shit right there. Seriously.
Hey, it's nonstop, bro.
Yeah.
It's not like work for me though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like real work. Shout out to UPS people. Yeah, that's a real job.
Y'all some real ones.
Oh my God, bro. It's like, I don't know how they do it.
Me either.
I did it.
It for me.
45 minutes in that truck.
Ain't no way. Hey,
No.
every time they clock in, all they think is this right here.
Hey. Nah, that's love though. But you know, you go through that stuff. I tell people I'm like I'm literally a renaissance man. I've done everything.
Yeah.
Almost everything. I've done it all. So, but it is a job, but it's not. You know what I mean?
Right. Once again, bro.
It is what it is.
Once again, you're only just highlighting me explaining the fact of the sacrifices that you've had to make leading up to the success that you have.
Right.
And the thing is even with your successes now, the level of humbleness, it almost seems like it just keeps climbing up. Like most people, when they get their stuff and everything's working for them,
yeah,
that's when they're at the highest, you know, in the ego chart. You know what I'm saying? They're super conceited. Their egos is just outrageous, and it's like, I'm too good for anybody.
Man, if you understood how fast that stuff can go away, like,
yeah.
I understand how fast it can go, right? Like, you're not promised tomorrow, and your business isn't promised tomorrow, right. So it can go as fast as it actually can go faster than what you got it.
Right.
So, you know, you got to be humble, man. You always, you know, you always should stay humble and stay home to your roots and stay home to the people who helped you get there.
Right.
Like, I understand that I did work hard to every day get on the bank every day. But, you know, I have members, I have people that are faithful goers at Protein House, right. And they love it.
Shout out to all the people that come support him, not only at the Chamfit Studios, but at the Protein House. Don DeMarco for y'all, because y'all the real ones, seriously.
Yeah, they at the end of the day, that's who really owns. And I was explaining this to a kid, because I was training this little kid. She's like, well, she's technically not a kid, but in my eyes, she's
right.
So I was like, well, you know, she's like, well, you own this. I said, I don't own anything. I said, you guys actually own it because you're paying for it.
Yes, facts.
Right?
That's facts.
I still don't own it. You own it. My name's on it. I started it, but you actually are paying the bills, and I appreciate you.
Right.
Right. So that's the real key, when you can let people understand that they're the reasons why you actually have something.
Right.
Right.
That's what's up,
man.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to all y'all. Like I said, shout out to y'all that are supporting both places, because without a simple consistency of loyalty, you know, there's no foundation. You know what I mean? So I think that's dope that not only that you give them that respect by saying this is your guys' stuff. I just put my name on the bill. You know what I mean? So they know who to bill. You know what I mean?
Right.
And but by the way, I gotta tell y'all, even for my viewers, for the people that chime in to my podcast, that share my stuff, that likes my stuff, and gives me the proper feedback, dude, I got top fans. Dude, shout out to, I gotta give individual shout outs just real quick. Shout out to Jamie Gibson. She's on a 3-week streak right now. That's a top fan right there. Shout out to AJ Denman. Bro, shout out to you. I gotta give you a Don DeMarco as well. Man, I gotta give another Don DeMarco for JD Timber for also being a consistent. Yo, I need another one. His name is, man, I gotta get another one button. DJ Khaled, another one. Shout out to you, Tristan Mercer. Shout out to you for being a loyal fan of mine as well. Tara, and I apologize, Tara, if I say your name wrong, but is it Fuqua or Fuqua? One of the two, I apologize, but shout out to you as well for being able to be loyal. Yo, Isaac Burns, shout out to you as well for being a loyal fan of mine. And then last but not least, Greg Wilson, shout out to you for also being a loyal fan of mine. Y'all literally are the catalyst to my success and here at the Immaculate platform. Without you guys, this platform doesn't grow, just like what he was saying and telling his people that, you know, without you guys, you know, there is no foundation. So I just had to give y'all a quick shout out. Yeah. And, you know, shout out to my Immaculate team as well. They stay busy with my platform for editing, to help planning, to booking people, to answering questions on social media. It's a whole full-time job, guys, and this is just a hobby for us. So I had to give y'all a shout out. You know, shout out to, you know, to Charles as well, because Charles is as you can tell, he's a busy dude. And this guy's taking time out of his busy day to just sit here and to talk to y'all. Not only to tell you guys about who he is, but to tell you guys about the businesses that he has, the struggles, the blood, the sweat, the tears. So, shout out to you, man. Shout out to the community of the Immaculate Podcast community. Without y'all, there's no platform. And you know what I'm saying? I gotta give a big shout out to the man upstairs.
That's right.
It's Easter. Happy Easter.
That's right.
It's Resurrection Day. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I gotta give a shout out to the man upstairs, because without anything that he's ever sacrificed and blessed us with, we don't have anything. So I gotta be able to give that. Which, something else I just found out recently. I was looking at some of the analytics, and somehow I got fans in South Asia, which was like it was weird. It popped up and it was like Bangladesh. Have you ever heard of that? Bangladesh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's like South Asia.
South
So I had to like look it up, and I was like, yo, like, I don't know anybody there, but yo, shout out to my Asian people.
Hey man, they love us over there, man.
Hey, I appreciate it. Anytime I can ever expand outside the country, it's amazing. Which, shout out to my Americanos, you know what I'm saying? Whether you got a green card or not, we don't care. Shout out to y'all.
Right.
No, but as you were talking about your story with Chamfit, what actually made you do that and not just stay a personal trainer? What inspired you?
Well, okay, so I'm like, okay, it was 2014. All right, so I just won the big bodybuilding show.
Yeah, which we're gonna get into that too.
All right, so real quick, I'll fast forward. So when you become a fitness trainer and then you become a fitness manager, and as a fitness manager or a operations manager, you see how much money's coming in, right? So at that point, I was like, okay, I've got like 20-something people. When I moved to Oklahoma, I had like 20-something people under me, and I was like, there's the company's making so much money, but the trainers are making so little.
Right.
So I always wanted to get to a point, and I would have these arguments and debates with my boss at the time. I'd be like, look, man, but we're not training them. They're literally coming because of the trainer. They're not coming because of the gym, or they're not coming because of, whatsoever. So if this trainer actually wanted to pick up and leave, what are you going to do? Right. So I basically started thinking, like, there's got to be a better way. So I'm making good money, but I wanted to, at that time, I wanted to do better. So, I thought of it, came up with, some pricing and stuff like that. So at my gym, trainers make 100% of their profit.
Right.
The only thing I ask is if the person that they're training pays them a gym membership. That's it.
Right.
So they make 100%.
That's what's up, man. And most gyms aren't like that. I've been a trainer at other gyms, and they get like the likes of like 60 to 70%.
Yeah, bro.
So Don DeMarco, for you for being an amazing gym owner and
bro.
leading by example.
Yeah, bro. They take it's a 60-40 split.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So they take all that.
Yep.
They take 60%
all that shit.
All of it. So, we got $1,300 packages. So $1,300 and they get 60% of that.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
I mean, that's not even.
It's no money.
Yeah. What are you doing? Like, and then at my place, so I've got a few trainers. I got Dedrick. Shout out to.
Shout out to Dedrick, boy. Hey, he's gonna be on the pod soon too, man.
Let go and lift. There we go.
Yeah.
Let go and lift. Yeah.
Yeah, we in there.
So that was another thing. So he always thought like, he was like, hey man, I want to do let go and lift. I was like, all right, cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, so I don't have to change my thing. I was like, nah, I don't care about that.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, they're your people. I mean, they're Dedrick's people, right?
Right.
So I don't care. If he wants to promote let go and lift, promote let go and lift, bro. Like,
right.
I'm for it. Hey, let go and lift.
Hey, let go and lift. And shout out to you, Josh. I see you in the comments section, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you dropping in. But bro, Dedrick's an amazing person, man. I've known Dedrick since college.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. So that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people, what I'm saying? Like, I think they like my place is called Chamfit Studios.
Right.
It's literally a studio with a bunch of gym equipment, and obviously you got a gym on the first floor, but then you got the second floor, and you got the
That
classes.
second step up them steps is different, sir.
Yeah.
Different. Holy.
Yeah, and if you haven't came by, you really missing out. I don't want to.
No, you ain't even got to toot your own horn. Guys, listen, I'm here to tell you, this gym is next level shit.
It is.
I'm telling you, it's got the gym on the main floor for the casual gym goers. You know what I'm saying? You got Stairmasters, you got treadmills, you got bikes.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a Smith machine, you got a full weight rack, you got multiple benches, flat benches, you got chest machines, back machines, shoulder machines. I think you even have a bicep machine in there too, right? You got a tricep machine, you got leg machines.
We got everything you
need. Everything you need just on the main floor, okay? But there's an upstairs.
There's an upstairs.
The upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look, so you got the upstairs, and then, so we're doing, so like if you haven't been to a sweated class, I don't know, like you gotta check it out. If you're a class person and you're trying to lose some weight and you're trying to look good for the summer or whatever, or just be in shape, then the sweated classes was it. And then I'm getting so many more members. I gotta build showers on the second floor.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we need to build some showers. I'm working on getting some showers done because I have a lot of business professionals and people like that, so they want to get in there and get out. So, and then below the walk-in floor, which me and you've been talking about for a while, once we get to a certain member count, then I'll start adding more to the bottom floor. That's more your powerlifting, more your strength and all that stuff. We'll have bags and stuff like that, boxing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
That's so dope,
but we got boxing on the second floor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I know y'all got boxing on the second floor.
Yeah, we got. Yeah.
By the way, the glove design on that is so dope. This man's got his own boxing gloves. It's got literally sweated on it. Like, those gloves are so dope.
Yeah, we got boxing on the second floor, bro.
Damn.
This what's up.
You guys listen. You just gotta come to the gym. Can I ask you a favor, Charles?
Yeah.
Is there any way we could do something special for the people just for this podcast episode?
Yeah.
That if they can just come do like a walkthrough or something and check out the gym, like, can we do something special for them at all?
Yeah, man. Let's do a whole we can do a whole week's free.
Look at that. Whoa, wait a minute.
We can do a whole week's free.
Oh, hold on, sir. I need you to repeat that because I felt like they missed it.
We can do a whole week free.
Oh my
so
gosh.
you can get a free, like, this month. You can start if you watch this podcast, you can get a whole week's free, and then also you can get a week's worth of classes, sweaty classes.
Bro, get Don DeMarco again. That's like a $50 package that you're giving away. It might even be more than that, but you're getting. And how much for somebody that just walked into your gym and said, "I want to pay for one class"? How much is it?
It's like $20.
Yeah. Okay, so that's $20 there. Someone that wants a day pass. Just a random person walks in, they need a day pass, I'm just here in town. $10. That's $30.
Yeah.
And then also, you're telling me that's for a week. Bro, that's like a $200 package that essentially you're just giving away.
Yeah.
Man, Don DeMarco, bro, look.
Give it away.
Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Give it away.
Bro, seriously, absolutely amazing. By the way, guys, I'm going to say this again. If for some reason I have an echo or you can't hear us or something like that, please let us know so I can change the settings on there. But, dude, seriously.
Yeah.
Can we do something like where if they walk in, they say, like, the Immaculate Podcast or something just to kind of let you know, like, all right, that's what we're going to do.
For sure.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, walk into the gym and literally just say, hey, I saw it on the episode of the Immaculate Podcast. To get that exclusive deal, that's going to get you a week free in the gym.
A week's free.
And then also
a week's worth of classes.
Of classes.
Yeah.
Man, Don DeMarco, bro.
We'll do that.
This is for y'all. I'm telling you, this ain't nothing he's doing for anybody else. Right. It's specifically for this platform and to help you guys get on your fitness journeys because not everybody starts in January. Not their schedules might not allow that. But if you really want to step into the fitness game, you guys want to change your diet and change the path of everything, make sure that you guys literally jump in there, come see my boy Charles, and just say, hey, I saw it on the Immaculate Podcast, and I want to be able to try your class and the gym out for a week. I promise you, you will not regret it.
Yeah.
bro.
Look, you got Joshua Justice over here.
Yeah, shout out to you, Josh.
You want to lose some weight?
Yeah, Josh. Josh, go to the gym. That's all I can tell you, brother.
Yeah, come to the
will
gym.
not
bro.
regret it. He's actually a first responder. No, well, I mean, he's a firefighter. He's a firefighter. But man, Josh, drop by the gym, please. I'll even go with you.
Come by.
I'll even go with you.
Look, at Protein House, they get 10 or 15% off.
Yeah.
All first responders. So go get some food.
Josh, go get you some food. And it's in Newburgh, and I know you live in Newburgh, Josh.
Right.
Don't even play. Yo, shout out to you, Jamie. I see you in the comment section. Like I said, she's the top fan of the week. She's been on a 3-week streak. We appreciate the hell out of you, Jamie. Appreciate you. But make sure y'all go in there. Like I said, y'all literally use the code The Immaculate Podcast to get that special week. You get a free week at the gym. You get a free week in the classes. Each class is generally $20 each. There's 7 days in a week. That's all I'm saying. You do the math. That alone, and then the gym also with a $10 guest pass for 7 days. That's literally like a $400 freaking package that you literally are just giving away just by mentioning the Immaculate Podcast. I don't care if you're not from Evansville. Drop your ass in the city, stop by the gym, and come get you some work. And then after you finish your gym, you go to the Protein House. Where can they find the Protein House at?
8680 High Point Drive, Newburgh, Indiana.
Newburgh,
47630, baby.
And for the ones that don't know Newburgh, all you gotta do is go find the Walmart, and you're gonna see that nice sign that says Protein House. Shout out to the Protein House. Shout out to the co-workers. Everybody that's literally busting their butts for this man and grinding to make that place immaculate. See what I did there? See what I did there?
You did do that.
But man, dude, it is truly amazing to watch everything that you've literally started with nothing. Matter of fact, I know we were talking about your competition. Run for the people that don't understand the sacrifices that you have to have for just even competing. Can you highlight just some of your experiences that you had that led up to you not only winning competitions but being a sponsored athlete?
Yeah. So when you originally get into competing, it's really just you want to change your body, change your life. But then you get up there, and then all of a sudden you're like, man, I gotta win. You usually get into something like that, and you're like, I don't care if I win or not, as long as I look better, I'm good.
Right.
But then once you get a kind of a taste of it, and with me it was like 2 shows, I was like, I gotta win this.
Yeah.
Right. Like you start thinking like I gotta win, and then that happens, right? That itch gets scratched, and then then you start really thinking like, can I do this professionally? And then I started late. I started at 30,
which is crazy.
So,
it's like prime years,
bro.
That's not even like, that's still in your prime, but like the prime. Can you explain to people like what would be the version of prime years for like somebody that's competing? What would you say is like an ideal, like this is when you should start?
21.
Yeah, look at that.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 10 years later in the game, bro.
10 years behind, bro.
And still kill it, because you ain't just competing with people amongst your age and older. You're competing amongst the people who just started their prime.
Yeah.
Who have an earlier start than you did.
Yeah, that's where it gets tricky, right? Because you're like, man, I'm going against this young kid. And usually those, if they're dialed in right, they do really well.
Yeah.
But then you're kind of in that cross because you have that muscle maturity or that. But my body was so different because once you start actually training, you have I call it like a young body, because if you haven't really put your body through a lot of stress, right? You haven't put your body through a lot of stress like that, and genetics. That's where the genetics comes in. People say genetics. It's because you can, when you look young before you start getting into it, that's where it's like, because people thought, I was 30. I remember I did my last, I think I was 35, 36. And, the judge was like, man, how are you, 25? I was like, dude.
You looked young.
Nah, bro, I'm not 25, bro. I wish I was.
10 years ago.
Yeah, I wish I was. I wish I was.
Hey, when he asked you that, you were over here thinking like,
yeah.
Damn well how old I am. Man, cut that out. But I appreciate the compliment.
Well, because you get up and they have a master's division, right? So the master starts at like 32.
Right.
I don't know what they changed it a lot, but and they're at, you're like, I'm gonna do masters, and they're like, masters? you're not 20. You're not 30 something
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
old, bro. You know, and then you know you win, and you know it kind of goes from there. But the sacrifice, I ain't gonna lie, and you know people who, if they do watch this podcast, that know somebody or of somebody that's been the person who takes the most brunt of it, believe it or not, is the person you're dating or the person you're married to. They're the one who gets smacked because you literally are telling them like you don't, you know, because you're so focused on the goal.
The goal.
The goal.
Everything else gets neglected.
Everything else, bro.
Everything gets neglected. I mean, it's so bad to the point where your significant other is probably like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, you're like, hey baby, listen, you got to understand, it's just tonight's not the night, and she's over here like, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know about that. Well, I'm just to say, what? Look, I'm telling you right now, what does happen is the food part, right? Like, so you know, you know, you're at the such and such girlfriend's mom's house or dad's house, wherever, and it's a holiday. Like today.
Yep.
There's a lot of Easters you're gonna not eat.
Yep.
There's a lot of Thanksgivings you're not gonna eat.
You can't even smell it.
You're gonna bring your own food.
Yep.
They're gonna get offended
Yep.
because you're like, you know, it's not that I really want to. It's just
I have to.
I gotta do this
This
because,
is what it is.
and it, you know, it's such a short way of thinking. Because back then I was so gun ho about it.
Yeah.
And you can have that kind of stuff, man.
Right.
You just have to have it in moderation. And you know, going back and talking to the younger version of me, being young in the game, I didn't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't know what you don't know. That stuff it's not gonna hurt you. You just gotta, you know what I'm saying? You just can't go indulge in it a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yo, he just dropped some gems just for you know, just real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and rewind that real quick.
yeah.
The man just said it's not that you can't enjoy stuff. You just have to do it in smaller moderations.
Yeah.
That was just a little hidden gem. I don't know if y'all picked it up, but I want to make sure I highlight that. You know what I'm saying? Because we all like our bullshit food. It ain't about eating it. It's about how much you're eating it. But anyway, carry on. Sorry, I had to point that out. That was a gem.
Nah, man. So, you know, because you're going from eating, I want to say pounds. I don't know. I would say pounds and pounds of, what did I eat a lot of? Tuna.
Tuna.
Canned tuna.
Yeah.
Eat it right out the can. I'm talking about.
I've had it, guys. It ain't the greatest.
I remember I was so broke. Like,
I already know this story, but I can't wait till y'all hear this story.
I was so broke. And when I say, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't call nothing luck. I believe it's just destined, right? I remember there was a time I went to GFS. This is how I know GFS. I went to GFS and got a big thing of tuna. It was this big old industrial can because I kept buying the little cans, you know. And I bought the big can. I took that on a road trip with me. I had it for like 2 or 3 days. I would put it in the refrigerator, obviously, and eat a little bit at a time,
right?
And put it back in. And I was eating that canned tuna, dude, for like 3 days. I mean, you're talking about every meal for 3 days. Try that. Every meal for 3 days. That's 6 meals a day. So, yeah.
And it ain't something you like either.
Nah, man.
It ain't like it's chicken, steak, ribs,
nah.
burger. This is raw tuna, bro.
Just raw tuna. Just cooked tuna out the can. And
no flavor. No flavor, guys. It ain't none of that. You put some sweet baby rays and some salt and pepper and some black whatever. No. Straight out the can. I'm talking about the stuff you sit out to the cats that eat, the local stray cats. That's what this man was eating.
Yeah, but it worked for me, right? So I even got a picture. People be like, "Man, you lying." I'm like, I promise you, I'm not lying about this. So I lost like 30 pounds within 5 days. Yeah, just tuna, bro, tuna.
Oh my god! But that is another gym, y'all. That's another gym.
But here's the thing: it wasn't, and I know some people are gonna be like, "That's not healthy." You're right, it's not. However, it wasn't. You gotta understand, it's for a competition. So it wasn't like 30 pounds of like, you know, where people go on these dangerous diets or something like that. I was just eating tuna. and I was shredded to the gills. I mean, I was literally like, I walked, like I said.
Real quick. I just got to be able to give this shout out. Yo, shout out to you, Twan. I see you in the comment section. He had the 100 stars. By the way, guys, if you want to support the platform, you guys are more than welcome to drop gems in on us in the comment section. Drop us some stars. I just had to give Twan a real quick shout out for dropping 100 stars into the comment section. Any stars is always greatly appreciated, so I wanted to point that out. My apologies. I just had to make sure I took care of that. But anyway, you were talking about how it wasn't necessarily the healthiest option. You got super lean with it, and basically I had cut you off, which I apologize for.
So tuna and grits. That was it.
Did you do any type of things with grits at all, like sugar-free syrup, anything at all, or was it straight raw?
Nah, I remember like it was yesterday. I would put tuna in my grits, and I would put Kraft cheese in there. That was it.
Really?
That was it. I made my own tuna helper. A little sea salt.
Look, I'm over here like this. That literally tastes so gross. There's no way, bro.
It was good.
No way.
It's good. I promise. It's like you like tuna mac and cheese, right?
Yeah, with tuna mac and cheese, I like mac and cheese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, listen. Tuna straight. I eat tuna. Don't get me wrong. But raw tuna and then going with grits.
It's the same thing. You just mixing it up, man. You mixing it up with grits.
I be doing a lot of just swallowing and no chewing and drinking straight water.
I was there.
The results didn't lie though.
No.
And what happened at that competition?
So yeah, me and my aunt, we went to Vegas.
Shout out to you, Auntie. I know you was with this man the whole time, so I had to give you a shout out for being able to not only be his backbone, but also to just be there and supporting him and making sure he stays locked in.
Yeah, so we went. You know what's crazy? I could tell you the whole story. So we went to Vegas. The competition is in the Cosmopolitan, which I don't know if y'all have ever stayed in the Cosmopolitan.
Oh, super nice.
Yeah, I
won a lot of money over there at the blackjack table.
I think the lowest hotel was like in that room was like $600 a night.
Yo, it's expensive because they're super nice.
Yeah, so
you have a nice couple bars in there too. Yeah, we'll go into that another conversation.
But I'm gonna say at the time we didn't have enough to stay there, but the competition was there, and that's where they was wanting us to stay.
Right.
So, I had to do what I had to do. I stayed at the at the airport a few nights, and then there was a buddy of mine who got a hold of a friend who is now a good friend of mine. He had a room. He had extra room, so we stayed with him. I think 1 or 2 nights, and but leading up to that, me and my aunt, we just kicked it in the lobby, bro. I was in the airport just chilling, sleeping, and then we would go to the lobby, shoot, gamble, until we can get in, and then that was probably and I was eating, what was I eating? Lenny and Larry's like vegan cookies.
Yeah, I remember. Hey, those Lenny and Larry's though. That was it. Those was busting, bro.
That was it. When I say I've never looked that, like, that was the best I looked that next day for the show. I've never looked like that, because you got to stay full and you got to be. I've been leaner than that, but I've never been like that big and that lean at the same time.
Right. Yo, shout out to the dedication, man. Bro. Seriously, bro. That's a different level of dedication and a different level of mindset, man. Yeah. Instead of you quit, you could have took the easy way out. You could have been like, I'm not doing this because financially it doesn't make sense to me right now. And honestly, the payoff, because you don't know what the payoff was before that.
So that being said, I don't think I had a job at the time, bro. Right. I didn't have a job at the time. So the payoff was I went, did the show, won the pay-per-view thing, whatever. It was on pay-per-view, and I got a call from gym in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that's how that transpired. I got a job offer to move to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's awesome.
Now, and that's how it happened. And so that's why I have the vision for the gym, and then, that's how
it's crazy how all that evolved from that decision to not quit,
bro,
and to stay locked in the evolution into what it is today.
Yeah, and like I said, it's you on a different journey. At that time, you got to think my mindset was totally different. like if I could have talked to myself, like say, oh yeah, you're gonna own a gym and you're gonna be doing this restaurant thing too. It's like, nah, bro, I was in a different space,
bro. Not only that you was in a different space though, but I feel like statistically you had every odd stacked against you, and you not only overcame it, but you made it your own. Yo, I gotta give him one of these, bro. He is in his bag, dog, and you ain't never stopped. That's the thing, you never stopped. Seriously.
Well, it did stop.
It did.
It did stop. Like when so you win the show, you go to, because you got to think like, you reach a certain point, you're like, you know what, I'm good, and then you rest, right? You're like, oh, I'm good. I won that show. I'm here in Oklahoma. It wasn't working out. I just didn't like it there. I didn't like my situation there, and then I came back here. And to anybody that's going through anything like that, it's okay to move back and try to regroup and rechannel and bounce back. So that's kind of what I did. That's when I moved back here, and then I moved to Atlanta.
Right.
And then that's
I
when,
remember when you moved to Atlanta.
bro, that's when it, and I was going through my trials and tribulations there too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was struggling there too.
And that's the thing. And this is another thing, guys. He's leaving out, which is completely fine. He's not even going into details on the personal life either. This is just from like the average distractions, because I know about the personal BS that you were dealing with at the time, which I don't go into that. I'm just saying, just from the distractions already, what you've already put out here is already crazy. But I know the outside distractions that you were dealing with. That's why I said the odds were legit stacked against you. And it's crazy to see how you evolved in what you're doing right now.
Yeah, man. I came back. I was coaching guys for bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Told them I was going to open a gym, and I felt like I had a good base before I left. When I moved to Atlanta, I felt like I had a base, and I was like, you know what? I got a base of people I can move back to. I'm just going to start a gym. And man, I can honestly say, other than you and a couple others, I would say pretty much everybody that comes to my gym I met for the first time. So when you're in the bodybuilding group, there's like a net, like a group of people that you always converse with,
right,
interact with, and those people kind of just went away after I opened my gym. It's like they all, like, I hate to say they turn their back on me, but they don't mess with me like that.
Oh, I've seen it. We're not here to name anybody or anything like that, but I know exactly some of the people you're talking about, you know, things like that. And hey, it sucks that people had differences, but that's fine because those are motivation. That helps push you. So in reality, they actually did you a favor. Like in the same situation, like I'm sure there's people that are counting against me and stuff, and I think about that when there's times where I want to quit or things, I just kind of want to just be lazy about it. I think about the people that are preying on my downfall. So I got to be able to stay locked in to be able to keep pushing out to where I can be able to go to that next level. Yeah, man.
And that happens with everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just what my situation is.
Right.
There's no, sometimes you got to get away and get out of the situation, even just to see some of the people you hang around. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
But I still got love for those people. It's just we all doing different things now. You know what I'm saying?
There's a reason why God puts people in our lives. We just got to figure out if it's for a short term or if it's long term. And here's the thing: not everybody that's in your life right now is going to be there a few months from now, and that's fine. There's a reason why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. We're taught to listen and to learn. So we may learn from these people, but then once their reason of being in your life is over, that's it. There's no reason to hang on it. You just take what you learn from them and you apply it to what you're doing, and you just keep climbing up. You know what I'm saying? You don't fall back. And if you do fall back, you get right back up and you climb right back up that ladder.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yo, by the way, guys, I got to give a shout out once again to everybody that is tuning into the platform, whether you're watching it live right now, whether you watched it a little later, whether you watched it earlier. Without you guys in this viewership, listen, seriously, guys, it doesn't happen from the likes, from the amount of shares that we get, which, by the way, I haven't said it yet, but guys, make sure you go on The Immaculate Podcast on Facebook and The Immaculate Podcast on YouTube. Give us a share. give us a like, hit that notification button so that way you guys know when we push out this kind of stuff, because good people like this, they're hard to find. The knowledge, the wisdom, the dedication that they're going to bring onto the platform to help you guys, such as giving you a $300 to $400 package deal for free just by mentioning this podcast, is why I like putting people like this on the platforms. This ain't for me. I'm already there. But this is specifically for you guys and for the people. When you share this content, other people are going to see this, which is only going to put them in better position. So in reality, you're not only helping yourself, but you're helping the people that are sharing and seeing your shared or liked or mentions of this platform. So like, you guys are not only helping me, you're going to help your friends and your family and your peers that are literally going to be able to benefit not only from the gym, but they're going to benefit from the protein house, which, guys, we're going to get into that protein talk. I cannot wait.
Hey.
Listen, I'm excited to talk about it. He's going to do more to talking, because at the end of the day, this is his baby. I'm only speaking from not only experience, but from before it was ever built. You know what I mean? Right. And I just got to be able to once again say, you know, I appreciate everybody that's jumping on the platform, whether you're in here for 3 seconds, 3 minutes, or for the entire duration of the platform. Don DeMarco for all y'all, man. Seriously. Shout out to you, Travis. I see you in the comments section. Literally, I mean, I just wanted to take that time to make sure you guys know how much I really appreciate you, how much my team appreciates you, how much Charles appreciates you, and at least he could do to give back to show the appreciation is to give y'all that free pass and to come over and mention the Immaculate podcast at the Protein House. You can get up to 15% off. You know, guys, the food there, and we got the menu in here. Things are great, which, yo, I got to be able to drop a gem to y'all. I know y'all been waiting on that for the ones that wanted to know what's going on. What do you want me to say, or what would you rather say?
You go ahead.
All right, guys. I'm looking dead at you. Yes, you. And the ones sitting next to you, and the ones that you shared, and they're seeing this for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, the Immaculate Podcast has new sponsors for this platform, Don DeMarco. Ladies and gentlemen, the Immaculate Podcast is officially sponsored by Chamfit Studios and the Protein House.
That's right.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, guys, you don't understand the opportunity that this is going to unfold is putting the Immaculate Platform podcast on a different level of frequency. This is moving at a different pace. The fact that this man is willing to sponsor our platform, because he not only has faith in what I'm trying to do here, but he also understands that I want to help push the fitness platform and help reach out to those people to be able to step up their game. And the way you guys do that is by stopping into the Protein House, checking out the menu, which we're going to go over some of the things on the menu, to go into that gym, to try out that first week, to try out the classes. Guys, these are $20 classes that you guys are literally getting for free. The hardest thing about that class is going to be you walking through the door. That's it. Once you're there, you're going to be so motivated because, I mean, how many people you have in that class? I know I've been in classes, you had like anywhere between like 10 to 20. But how many would you say on average you generally have in your class?
Right now about 11.
11?
11.
That's double digits, bro. That's big boy shit. But you guys are not only going to go there and you're not going to be overwhelmed because everyone there motivates each other. And I mean, dude, your display, that big old, it looks like 4 TVs, but that big old display is so dope.
Yeah, so we got the heart rate tracker. So, you know, if you got a heart rate monitor, we can hook you up and track you every workout. Yeah, it's big time.
I ain't knocking Orange Theory, but Orange Theory who? That's all I got to say. I ain't got no smoke against Orange Theory, but when you go there, you be like, man, Orange Theory, Purple Theory, Grape Theory, Chamfit in 5.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like, you know, Orange Theory, you know, that they're great at what they do. Look, everything they do is awesome. But I would say, you know, Sweat It, my classes that I did, you know, came up with, it would be more like if Orange Theory and CrossFit had a baby.
Yeah.
So we took kind of what Orange Theory does, a little bit of what they do, as far as class setup and class design, and then you take the workouts of some of workouts from like CrossFit, nothing dangerous, but a lot of functional, a lot of mobility, a lot of body weight stuff, because you got to be able to move. So my class is based off of how you move and strengthening your lower, your core, all that stuff. So
Right.
yeah.
Yo, guys, once again, dropping gems, helping out. This is what we here to do.
Yeah.
We already talked about the gym. If we can, like, out of curiosity, can you tell them about like just the going rates, not the discount rates, just the average rate, and then also like what packages you do, if there's anything like that. Like, can you just enlighten them a little bit about that?
So there's literally 2 packages, right? You can do several other ones, but the main common package is just if you're just a gym person, you want a gym, and you don't want to be overly crowded, with a gym membership at other places. Like you go to PF or you go to BFit or you go wherever you go, and you're like, man, I can't get a workout there because it's so busy. Then you can come to my gym, guaranteed. $39 a month is going to get you everything you want to do. The atmosphere is totally different.
Different.
I don't know.
I feel like I'm at a nightclub whenever I'm over there, bro. It's different. It's different. Y'all got to come in to see it. I'm only telling you that because I'm there, but it's different. When you walk in, you're gonna be like, look. The whole time when people walk in, they're literally just gonna be like this.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's different. It's different.
Yeah, so that's the one thing you're going to notice is the atmosphere. And then the second thing you're going to be gravitated toward is the equipment. Nobody has the equipment that I have. It's state of the art. It's top notch. It's Techno Gym, everything. And there's a couple other pieces that I carry that nobody has. But that was, if you want something that's totally different from what you're used to doing, going to, that would be it. And then you have the classes. Yep. So the classes, there's nobody that does the class like that. And so that class, if you want unlimited, it's $130 a month. If you want 2 classes, or I think it's 3 classes a week, it'll get you $89 a month or something like that. So, but yeah, it's by far one of the best workouts you can do for your body. Sure.
I've done it and I've died the first time I did it. Remember that?
Remember
that? I kept cramping up.
Yeah, man, you did it though. You did it. Hey, it will put you in shape. Like,
hey, y'all. When I got done in the class, I was over here in my head like, man, I was in a bad spot, and I mean that in a great way. Like, I looked at myself in the mirror after like washing all the sweat off, and I looked at myself and I was like. Like, bro, you should have been doing this, but it changed my lifting game because my endurance. I noticed like my muscle recovery. It was like my time endurance. I was recovering a lot faster.
Yeah.
And I noticed like my muscles weren't burning out as quickly during workouts after doing those classes.
Yeah, you get in crazy shape. I've had people come back and they're like, dude, this is the best shape I've ever been in doing these classes. So, by far, if you want to be challenged. Definitely try it out. I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. You can come and try it out.
Come check it
out.
Holy.
I won't stir you wrong. I promise you.
I've been there, and I'm telling y'all, this man is giving you I've said it multiple times. I'm gonna say it again. He's giving you a free week to try the gym out, and a free week to try out the class. That's like a $400 package for free.
7 days.
Y'all know how much free is? It's free. Free $99. $0. All it takes is for you to walk through the door. The hardest workout you will ever have to do is to walk through the damn door. Seriously, guys. Don DeMarco, for him being able to be the GOAT and displaying this for y'all and doing y'all a solid. We are here to help. And if y'all got any questions, y'all can DM Charles. Which he's got a Facebook page, Charles Hamilton. What's your Instagram?
Charles Hamilton 212. 2123.
2123. Make sure you guys give him a follow. If you guys got any questions, please DM him. If you even got any questions for me, I'll be able to help out the best I can. If I can't get the answer for you, obviously I'm gonna call him and get the answer that you guys need. Once again, the gym, which I saw Twan say, what's the name of the gym? The gym is Chamfit Studios.
So,
Just Google it.
So what does Chamfit stand for? It's just my name. It's Charles Hamilton Fitness. So we just crammed it together. I know people have been still trying to figure that out for 5 years. And I'm like, man, it's just C-Ham Fit.
Yep. That's it.
C-Ham Fit.
That's it. And if, for the ones that, what's the address to the gym?
That is 110 North Main Street, Evansville, Indiana, 47711.
And I can tell you, if you don't know where that's at, it's where Center Point is on North Main Street. Everybody know where Center Point's at because they screw us out of money.
Yeah.
They're literally right across the street. If you want another detail, it's at the McDonald's as well as literally right behind. He's right behind the McDonald's. If you also don't know where the McDonald's is, you know where Tyroni's is on North Main Street. Before you get to Tyroni's, you'll see Chamfit on your left side.
Yep, right there on your left. Right.
And if you don't even know where that's at, the new apartments that was just built over there also is right next door. If you don't know where that's at, it's the old Bilo's parking lot. There's literally so many different ways we can tell you how to get there. Guess what? All you got to do is get there, get it right, get it tight, and get your ass back into the shape that you once wanted, either once was or that you've always wanted to be in. Once again, bro, Don DeMarco, dog. Yeah. We here to help out. That's it. That's all we want to do. Now, we've talked about the gym.
Yeah.
Now, it is time to talk about Protein House.
Yeah.
Go ahead and enlighten them on the Protein House. I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. I gotta use a bathroom. I never have to do that, but I got to. You know what? This is for me right here.
Terrible.
That's an L for me, guys.
Terrible.
I deserve it. I gotta go pee. I've been holding this for like damn near an hour. But can you just enlighten them about the Protein House? What you have to offer, which we do have the menu right here. We're gonna go over some stuff as well. Just tell them like just the makeup.
Sure.
All that good stuff. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry.
So Protein House is a healthy fit kitchen. So we do meals by design. So if you want your meals prepped, we do that as well. If you just want to come in and get some food, we have that as well. So it's a huge, huge menu because you can obviously come and get the stuff that's already predetermined or pre-designed for you, or you can actually come in and customize however you want to do it. We have shakes, we have bowls, we have wraps, we have a breakfast menu, we have pancakes, we have avocado toast, obviously salads, and just a big selection on different things to eat. Protein House is also, it started in Las Vegas, I believe in 2011. So it is a big company that's going to do, we're going to do a lot more. Hopefully we can do another one here in Evansville. We're in Newburgh right now. If you're looking for Protein House, it's in Newburgh, Indiana. Right there in front of the Walmart. And I'm trying to think what our favorite, most popular thing that most people go and get is the barbecue bison cheesesteak wrap. That wrap is phenomenal. The bison cheesesteak wrap is probably the most popular. And then shake wise, I would say the PB&J or the PB Crush.
Yo, that wrap you was just talking about. Oh, that's my favorite. Ole.
Yeah, buddy, that thing is that thing is smacking.
And the BCAs.
Yeah.
Best tasting BCAs I've ever had in my life. I'm not trying to plug it. I'm telling y'all the truth. It tastes better than Kool-Aid.
I've had it. I mean, I've had several different BCAs. Me and him both worked at GNC at one point. So we've had it. We've had it all. And yeah, I would have to agree with you.
It's different. Yeah, literally, like when I was just looking at the menu, when I ordered that wrap, I think I just did steak, and I mean, literally, like it had like egg. I don't know what it said. Egg whites. It had 6 egg whites too at that.
You got the PH wrap, right?
Yes.
Yeah. PH steak burrito, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I
Yep.
remember that. Yeah.
Man, it was so good. And the thing is, you can customize it too. It ain't like you just got to take for what the menu says. Like you can add or take off, and
Yeah.
everything is properly counted. That's the big thing. Like just for an example, like the LR steak burrito.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally looking at Angus beef. It tells you the exact beef. It don't tell you like, oh, it's just steak. You know, because they could put anything in it. They specify what kind of meat you're getting.
You know, I didn't think about that.
No, I do.
That's true.
Listen,
That's true.
listen.
Yeah.
You could put mystery meat in a sandwich all day and call it a steak wrap. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to the mystery meat people. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with y'all's choice, but you know what I'm saying? That mystery meat, you know what I'm saying? You know,
that's true.
That street meat.
Also, too, it's non-GMO. We cook with avocado oil. Most places cook with your vegetable oil.
Yep.
Chipotle. I'm not going, you know, not gonna name any names.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, you know, when it comes to actual healthy places to eat, we actually have real food.
Real food. And like I said, hold on, real quick, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
But like, just he's got the calorie counts, the
Yeah.
protein counts, the carb counts, even the healthy fat counts, guys.
Yeah.
You can't get that anywhere. And this is for people that not only track their calories or their macros, but these are for people who are just starting off. And this is why I think it's so cool. It's for people who just starting their fitness industry and they maybe have like an idea of what their numbers should be like. All you gotta do is just add the numbers and it does everything for you.
Yeah, download the app because you know a lot of times, and I'll say this, a lot of times people come in, they're expecting like a short time on their wait time. But that's not the case a lot of the times because we literally make everything like right then.
Yep.
So if you're like in a rush, I would say get the app, you know, download our app and then order it on the app. That makes it a lot faster, especially if you're not dining in, right? If you're not there to have a conversation with someone, just download the app and order your food on there. It makes it a lot easier. Yeah, I mean. We've got stuff for like vegan people. So
yeah, I was just looking at that too.
Yeah, you got that. You've got people who can't have gluten.
Yep.
We're huge. For people who can't have gluten, this is your place. You know, I mean, we pretty much have everything. We have dates. I mean, I don't know if y'all know what dates are, but that's what we use for our sugar when we do it. I mean, we're doing everything, you know, right. So I hope. You know, people come check it out.
Make sure y'all go check it out. There ain't no problem. Make sure y'all get y'all asses up and y'all go to the damn protein house. And then make sure you ask for one of those muscle freaks. I'm sorry, not muscle freaks. It's the Swole Man. I did the Swole Man protein shake.
Did you do the Swole Man?
Man, Swole Man is different, bro.
Have you had the Hulk yet?
No, I haven't had the Hulk.
Yeah.
All right, well, guess I know what I'm doing today.
The Hulk.
Hulk it is. I know I was just looking at the Hulk and it had vanilla, whey protein, coconut water, banana, spinach. What's that? Dates, let's see, cinnamon, almond butter. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Holy.
It's a problem.
Yeah, I'm definitely about to try that out today. I mean, just to look at some of the protein shakes, guys. We're talking anything from like a chocolate peanut butter crush, peanut butter dream, Miss Skinny. Shout out to y'all that's, you know what I'm saying, want to watch y'all figure. You know what I'm saying? We got the low cal, low carb, but you got, look at this peanut butter cookie dough. What?
Yeah,
Hold on, I gotta get one of these right here. You got anti-inflammatory juices.
Yeah. So anti-inflammatory juices. We have gut health healing juices. Anything
Detox.
Yeah, detox.
Jeez.
I mean, if you're trying to detox, this is your place.
Yo. Even got wellness shots, bro. Let's fucking go, dog. Like literally, I was there from the soft opening to the grand opening, and I've been in there a few times.
We haven't had grand opening yet.
You guys still haven't had? Well, I just came the second day.
You went?
I came the first day. Because I know we had the soft opening where obviously it was just like friends and family.
Yeah.
And then I came the next day. So technically it wasn't the grand opening. But
we haven't had a grand opening yet. We wanted to wait until the summertime to do that. So like,
nice.
Coming up.
That would make sense too because your team was learning too. Everybody was.
We were all learning.
Everybody was brand new. I'm talking baby new, like breast smell like Similac type new. You know what I'm saying? And they've been killing it.
We went through our growing pains though.
Sure.
I mean, you know, the customers, they are they're gonna let you know,
Yep.
which is good. That's
Yep.
what we need to know. We need to know where we are. So, but I'm glad that we haven't had our grand opening yet.
Right.
We want everybody to come out. We're gonna have. It's gonna be a big day. I can't tell you when that day is gonna be. We're gonna get our patio furniture. We're gonna do all that. We're gonna have a big day, man.
Right. I'm excited.
Possibly some guests coming.
I potentially might know who that is. I won't drop no gems, but I think I know who he's talking about.
Yeah, we might have. We might have them. We might have him, but we also might have some ex-NFL guys come.
Nice.
There's gonna be some some NBA guys possibly. So
nice.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. And then something else, guys, we didn't even talk about. He's got fit kid menus.
Yeah.
I'm talking for the kids.
Kids, man. Shout out to the kids.
Yo, shout out to the kiddos for, staying health and wellness. But no, he's got wraps for them. He's got smoothies for them. He's got chicken teriyaki bowls, cheese quesadillas. He's even got youth bison burgers. Like, who's doing that right now? Build your own bowls. Pancakes, bro. By the way, Brandon, pancakes. Holy. Those pancakes, bro. Listen, the picture don't justify. The videos that you be posting all the time don't even justify. When I saw that shit in person, I was like, bro, that would put me in a food coma.
Yeah, you're going to be like, the protein pancakes
are... You got pancakes in here like 46 grams of protein.
That's not even the highest protein.
I know, so I'm literally looking. I'm looking down there. You got 54, 30.
73, I think. 73,
hold on, let me
74.
see. Which one's that one?
I believe that is the muscle builder, the burger. We got burgers, folks.
Oh yeah. I just saw that. I did see that. And then the desserts. You got the peanut butter protein balls. I did have some. Oh,
yeah, those are good.
So
those
good.
are good.
You even got vegan ones too. Raw keto, lime donuts, bro. Oh my.
Well, the lime keto donuts, those are not. They don't make those anymore.
Okay.
They're discontinued. I don't know why they're on the menu.
Gotcha.
But they're discontinued. We don't do those anymore.
Gotcha. Jeez, man.
They may do them in Vegas though, but I'm not sure. I just know that we don't do it.
Right.
So. Whatever.
Still though, man, the options on here from the.
If you're an acai bowl person, which I am not, but if I was, I would go after the nutty butter, because if you look at the nutty butter acai bowl, that looks like something I would have. I'm just not I'm not big into the. Like, the only fruit that I like are like apples, oranges.
Right. Yeah, I'm like you. I'm basic.
I'm
basic.
basic. Yeah. That's for the special people who like all that fruit stuff.
Now that reminds me, you guys do meal plans.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying.
Enlighten me a little bit more on the meal plans for the people who not only do meal prepping, because you guys know, just like I know, just like he knows, there's a lot of fucking hours. It's a lot of hours of sitting there slaving over the oven, making sure things are properly weighed out and all that good stuff.
Meal prep is, and I'm going to just break this down for y'all. So, most people, and y'all know who y'all are, but I would say most, are spending about $200 a week in grocery or out to eat food, right? So, if you spent $200 on meal prep a week, I would say that's going to get you 2 meals a day, right? Depending on how you utilize that. I don't know what your macro count would be or whatever. I just know that we have a deal right now. If you keep I think it's your proteins in between 3 ounces, which is like 23, 24 grams of protein with chicken or something like that. I'm just going to be basic. And if you did like brown rice, white rice, whatever, that tray and some veggies, that tray would probably run you around $8 to $9. So you're spending money on, and I'm not gonna lie, our food, it tastes different. It don't taste.
It don't even justify, man.
It tastes different because it has nothing, like it doesn't have the hormones in it. It doesn't have the GMO.
GMOs, yeah.
It doesn't have any of that bad stuff in it. So you're gonna feel a lot better when you do eat. Right. So they just gotta try it. Just gotta try it.
Get your asses in the protein house. It's literally just that simple. But on these meals, they're made fresh, guys. It's not like you're walking in a freaking refrigerator that's been in there for 4 days and then grabbing something out. Like, they're making it right then and there. So not only that you're getting the good tasting, but you're getting the freshness of the meals as well. And literally, you guys can dictate on what you need, what you don't need. And
there was a lady came in yesterday, and she saw that we were, I guess, one of the baristas was prepping the carrots, and the lady's like, "You guys have real carrots?" I said, "Yeah." It didn't even cross my mind. Like I was like, "Huh?" Like, cause they're like big, right?
Charles is like this.
Yeah, I'm like, what? They're like big, right? They're like this long, and they're like just real, big carrots.
Right.
So it didn't even cross my mind that we've got. They don't come in a bag. They're not the little baby carrots that are like this big around.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't come pre-chopped, right? We do all that.
Right.
So, I know that there's people out there that's like, man, it takes long for food, but to get some food sometimes. We were expecting around a 15, 20-minute window on the food. But you got to realize, like I just said, our carrots, when we make them, we actually chop them right then and there. So if you order something and it takes longer than it's supposed to, just let us know, and we'll make sure we try to get it out faster.
Facts.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's wild to be in the industry, in the food industry. I had no idea that I was going to be a part of it. Like 3-4 years ago,
yeah,
I started thinking about it. Like
you are.
It's wild.
I'm a fan. I mean, I've been a fan, but I mean, of course, we go way back.
We go way back.
We go way back to the icon days. You know what I'm saying? We was on the dance floor. We was, you know what I'm saying? No, but I just remember back when he first started this journey as a guy that worked at a fitness gym. You know what I mean? And what he's evolutionized and created to right now is just a story in itself. But like this thing, you're just getting started. Getting started, bro.
Bro, I know it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just getting started. Shout out to my business partner Mike and his wife Ashley.
Yo, shout out to y'all.
You know what I'm saying, shoot. There's like I said, there's people out there that's made this also happen.
Yeah.
Right? Like you don't ever get anywhere by yourself usually. You know what I mean? Like there's always, whether it's a negative or a positive, you're going the direction you're going, and you're landing on this lily pad because whether it's negative or positively, you got there, right? So you just have to turn it around and make it wherever it is, right?
Yeah.
So
you definitely did that, man.
Hey,
you definitely.
Hey, man, we both grinding, brother.
Yeah.
We both grinding.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Hey, but seriously though, you have to go. But when's the last time you had Protein House, bro?
Probably about 3 weeks ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you get?
I just got a protein shake. Yeah, I literally got off of work,
bro,
and I walked in there and I got my casual protein shake. I need to start expanding though. I order the same thing every time I come in. I don't know why.
A lot of people do.
I don't know why I do that, because there's so many good things. Like when I was just looking at me, I'm like, damn, why haven't I tried this? Why haven't I tried that? I always order the same protein shake. It's just because I just know what it is, and I always kind of modify it a little bit. Like I'll add things to it, or I'll take things out of it.
So tell them that. So you can add creatine. You can add.
Guys, when I go in there, I literally go in there. I make sure I add creatine and glutamine in mine, and then I make sure, like on certain fruits that I may want in my shake that it doesn't necessarily offer, I just add it to it. You know what I mean? And everything is fresh. Yeah, that's the big thing. It's like we've all had protein shakes where we've had like not the freshest fruit, you know what I mean? And it just tastes different. But like everything is super fresh, guys. And it ain't like that there's a wall where you can't see shit. You can see everything that these people do. You can see the sanitary side of it. You can see how they professionally handle things, how they're properly communicating, how they're handling your product with care and with the amount of, I always say you can tell how good food tastes. If it tastes really good, it's because it was made with love. But like, and on a seriousness, you can tell that the people that work there genuinely love what they do. You know what I mean? And that only sets for a better atmosphere. And that's obviously a reflection of you, because you're the one that's presenting this platform for them to be able to work in. Yeah, but that's the thing. You make it that way, though. Well, most people don't like what they do. They just.
You're right. You're right. They don't. And we got a lot of high school kids that work at night, and they're great. I love my staff. They're great. They get paid great, but they they also are great workers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they're good kids, man. They're good kids, and I have, like I said, I have a good morning staff. Shout out to Zoe and Zane and because they're there grinding all the time.
Right.
They're grinding all the time.
You're only as good as your weakest link, and I can tell you
Right.
right now, if you ain't got no cracks in the shield, it's time to make money.
That's right. That's right. We, in the future, I would throw a shout out where I want to go next, but I'm gonna wait.
No, don't drop that gym. Don't drop that gym, because you
No,
gotta come
wait.
back. You gotta come back.
I'm gonna come back.
We can't give all the
Okay.
juice out.
No,
We like I said, I mainly wanted to hit on Chamfit, the memberships which you went over.
Yeah.
Don't forget the exclusive deal, guys. I can't say this enough. I'm gonna say it one more time.
Yeah.
If you mention the Immaculate Podcast, you are going to get a free week at the gym. Not only just with the regular fitness gym that is on the main floor, but he's giving you a free week in the fitness sweat it out class. Ladies and gentlemen, that class alone, just to walk in the door and do one class one day for 1 hour, is $20. This man said you can do it for 7 days. That is multiple discounts that this man is giving you that you don't even have to pull your wallet out. All you got to do is show up, mention the Immaculate Podcast, mention that you want to do the classes in the gym, guys, and I promise you, you will not regret it. I promise you. So, and even if you guys just want to come check out the gym, stop by. Say you want to do a walkthrough. I promise you, as soon as you see the gym, you're good. I'm telling you now, bring your damn clothes. You're not going to regret it. If you don't bring your clothes, you're gonna be mad. You're like, damn it, I should have listened to Micah's. Bring your clothes. Leave it in the car if you got to. But I guarantee you're gonna walk right back to your car. You're gonna go and you're gonna get dressed. And the thing is the facility stays in immaculate condition. Yes, I said it. Immaculate condition. The showers in the bathrooms, they stay clean.
Yeah.
The toilets, the floors, the sinks, the hallways, the equipment. Guys, this dude puts in the overtime in the gym to make sure that it is perfectly represented for you guys to enjoy a clean environment. So, make sure you guys stop by the gym.
Yeah.
Stop by the gym. Do not let this opportunity go past you. There's no other gym offering this. There's no knock to any other gym. I got plenty of buddies that either own the gyms or that are trainers there or management in gyms, and even just the average gym goers. Nobody can tell you that they're giving away packages like this. This is a locally owned gym. This ain't no corporation. He doesn't have a billionaire funding him that says, hey, give this deal away. He's solely doing this specifically for the Immaculate Podcast community. This is for y'all. Make sure you take advantage of it. And then afterwards, you go to the protein house. And then guess what? You drop the Immaculate Podcast again to get you up to a 15% discount. Jim.
There you go.
Straight heat, guys. This man that just unloaded to benefit y'all. Because guess what? Everything he just gave you, he don't get money from that. He does not get money from giving you a discount at the protein house. He damn sure don't get paid for allowing you to occupy his gym. Nothing.
Yeah.
So that's how much faith that this man has into his plan. That's how much hard work that he's put into his plan to be able to give to y'all that benefits you guys. I promise you, you will not regret it. I'm only speaking for personal experiences. It ain't got nothing to do with me and him being cool or anything like that. It is solely facts that when you go in there in either location, you're going to be like, God damn it. This motherfucker was right. Let me give him a call.
That's happened to everybody.
That's it. That's it. Every time I send people, they're like, yo, bro, I just got to tell you, that gym is dope. That gym is dope. And oh, man, like I have my nephew. My nephew just went over to Protein House. I think it was like last week.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, check it out. I think I even had called you. And I was like, hey,
Yeah.
But anyway, as soon as he got there, he was like, this place is dope. He's like, man, I wish I'd have came here sooner.
Yeah, that's everybody.
Yes.
That's everybody that's literally gotten focused on all the other stuff,
Yeah.
like all the other gyms.
Yeah.
The sheep mentality. Like when I moved to Atlanta or wherever, Tulsa, wherever, I checked out all the gyms around me first. I didn't just like, oh, I'm gonna go here because everybody else goes here, right? I literally checked out every gym. I was like, I want to go where I like my style.
Right.
Right. I gotta have X, Y, and Z to work out. Right. So, but yeah, man, I think people gotta they gotta come by and check it out. And the protein house is the same way. At first, people thought it was a supplement store. We're not a supplement store. We sell food.
John, he ain't lying. I tried to buy some protein. I ain't gonna lie to you. Then I was like, yo, bro, let me get that. He's like, man, I can't do that.
We don't have it like that. Yeah. So that being said, guys, also too, we talked about we also do Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. So if you also get a deal through one, like I think all of them are giving a deal right now, right? So you get a free shake if you download I think it's the app. If you download the app, you get a free shake.
Download the damn app.
If you download Grubhub, Uber Eats, or DoorDash, you're gonna get free stuff from them too. So I don't know, it's a lot of free stuff. So
man, the Twan, I ain't spelling out man. If I gotta spell out Protein House and it's on his T-shirt or Chamfit, if I gotta sound it out or spell it out, guys, you deserve one of these. But but in all seriousness, no. Make sure you guys take the time, seriously, drop by there. Like I said, this is to specifically help out the platform, and just make sure that we give you guys, the Immaculate Podcast community, an opportunity and a hookup. Because who don't like a hookup? And that's the thing, everybody want hookups, but if it don't benefit both parties, then it don't make no sense. Yeah. But this man is just giving stuff away without even knowing who you guys are. You know what I mean? Like, you can just go use the gym and then never show up again. He loses money for that. He's got to keep the doors open. He's got to pay his coaches to be able to teach the classes. So this is costing him money. This ain't no get rich, for him, and this ain't no, hey, this is a come up for y'all. Guys, this is just to give you the opportunity of a lifetime.
I would say come check the gym out if you haven't been, and then I'm going to go. I'll say check the gym out, and I guarantee you, make sure you sign in at the front desk, sign in. If you want to work out, come on in.
Yeah, sign that waiver. We ain't taking y'all suing over because y'all can't live.
Sign that, work out, get your workout in, or just enjoy, I'll give you a tour if you need to. Hit me up on Facebook. I'll give you a tour. But yeah, and then Protein House, that it speaks for itself.
And make sure y'all go on to the Facebook pages and the Instagram pages, and make sure you go ahead and drop a gem as well.
Yeah.
Tell them where they can find the Protein House and Chamfit on Instagram and then also on Facebook.
So proteinhouse.newburgh is on Instagram, and then proteinhouse.newburgh on Facebook as well. And then if you look up Chamfit on Facebook and Chamfit on Instagram, it's on there. So.
Give them a like as well. Make sure you hit that notification button, because if he drops specific deals, you don't want to miss out on it. Like this one. You guys are tuning in whether you're watching it if you're watching it currently, if you watched it already, or if you're going to watch it after this is no longer live. You guys have that opportunity to use the Immaculate Podcast code to be able to get those discount opportunities that's going to... Man, this dude's damn near giving you money. It's what he's doing. He's giving you a $400 package for free. I don't know how many times I can say that. I'm going to say it one more time just because I can. For free. F-R-E-E. Yeah, I'm just making sure we're the ones that can't spell. Twan. Talking about what's the app. You know what the app is. If you need to spell it out, I spell it out for you. Google it. No, I'm just playing. No, but in all seriousness, guys, make sure you check out make sure you check out both of his businesses. Like I said, Protein House, Chamfit Studios. They are the new sponsors for the Immaculate Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I just dropped that on you again. I'm telling you guys, we're on the climb. We're on the up. And the thing is we don't want you to get left behind. We want you on the bandwagon, not behind it. Man, literally, we kind of already went through everything. Man, I'm looking at my notes to make sure we didn't miss anything. Like I said, We already went through the announcement, which was about, like I said, Chamfit and Protein House sponsoring the Immaculate podcast. We will have merch on the wall as well that's going to be able to display, so that way if for some reason you forget the name, that'll be on the wall. And then also, you know, as far as some of our upcoming things we got going on, man, we're gonna have the episodes. I know I went live the last time. We went for like 45 minutes. It damn near got like 5K views in like 72 hours. You guys are absolutely amazing for that. I was more just about you guys to have conversations and topics with you. But like, I'm gonna put that on the YouTube. I'm gonna put that on the YouTube page. Like I said, guys, YouTube, Facebook, The Immaculate Podcast. We're on any podcast platform. I mean, you think of Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, whatever, anywhere you can get a podcast platform. All you got to do is type in The Immaculate Podcast, TheImmaculate podcast, just for the ones that need that, and this also. But but make sure you guys go on there, give us a like, give us a share. Make sure you share this page right here, right below us. Make sure you guys share this video, so that way your friends can also get the same deal that you get. And then make sure they share it, so that way their people can get the same deals that they got, that you got, that we gave you. So it's all about helping y'all out. Make sure y'all push the algorithm, because at the end of the day, the more shares we get, the more likes we get this content out to new people. Like I said, guys, I just found out today that we got fans in South Asia. I ain't never been there. I had to Google, and I was like, Bangladesh. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Bangladesh.
Yeah, and I had to look it up, and I had Googled to make sure I wasn't botching it, but I was like, Bangladesh. And I realized they had a lot of people there. There was like 117 million or something like that in that area. I was like, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
But shout out to my Asian people once again, because like I said, we're expanding. We're already in a whole nother country, and before you know it, we taking over continents. Man, I'm on my Christopher Columbus shit. That's all I'm saying, bro. We discovering everything around here. But yeah, we already went through that, man. Like I said, I'm gonna make sure I upload that live feed onto the YouTube, so that way that's also gonna be on the podcast. I'm going to make sure that this episode also gets loaded pretty soon, because my team, you know what I'm saying, every time I get done with episodes, my team's already like, all right, what you need. So shout out to y'all once again, the Immaculate Podcast team. I got some guests coming up. I got guys that are, you know, I got YouTubers that I'm going to be collabing with. I got other business owners that I'm going to be collabing with. I'm also got actually, I'm in discussions currently with a fighter who is very well known, who's worked for the biggest companies that you can think of, that are also going to come on the platform. Guys, I have a doctor that's also going to be on. I could just keep going. I don't want to tell y'all everything, because I'm going to drop them over time, but I have so many guests that are going to come onto the platform. I've already talked about how you guys can find our platform, where you can find it at. Literally, our equipment's always going to get upgraded anytime, so we can give you guys better quality as well. I mean, literally, I'm just looking over my notes to see if there's anything else. We got our brand expansions. Like I said, guys, we got the Immaculate the Immaculate 123 wrestling podcast. That's getting ready to be dropping. Jim out of WrestleMania just happened, so we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about experiences, backstage news, and things like that, because your boy is still in on the game, despite not working for the company anymore. Obviously, I still have friends that are within the circle that also still work for the company, so I'm going to have the juice. You know, we're going to have more merch stuff. I just talked to the merch lady. You know, the pricing of it, I had to switch from the person that we had before that was making our t-shirts. I went with my old wrestling t-shirt person. It's going to be a better deal for you guys. It's going to be cheaper to get it. I'm going to have cups, hats, you name it. It's going to say the Immaculate Podcast on it, so you guys can show us love. You know, and as well as, by the way, guys, if you know anybody who has a local business, small mom and pop shops, things like that, and you think we can do a collab to be able to help out each other, like, please, like, shoot me a DM or let them know to, like, DM me. And any way I can help out local businesses to get this content out, so that way they can help grow their business as well, I'm all about it. Because like I said, just on that last episode I did just about the security thing that happened at Chasers, just that week alone, my page had 120,000 people that had visited that page. Our viewership grew tremendously. Our follows and likes all went up tremendously. So like the platform is growing, guys. I just want to make sure nobody misses out on that opportunity. And pretty much, I mean, literally, we talked about the gym, we talked about the prices, we talked about the protein house, we talked about the opportunities as far as the menu selections. We talked about the meal prep, which I want to hammer the meal prep, guys. Make sure if you guys go, this man can save you so much time and money with doing meal preps to where it's not only going to save you time, but it's like when you're at work, all you got to do is throw it in the microwave and you can just go. And it's going to help you not only for your fitness goals, but it's going to help you have more time at home to spend with your loved ones and to be able to do other things that you want to do to help gear you and put you on the right track for your fitness journey to get you in the best shape that you can possibly be in. Man, dude, we've been going for an hour and a half, dog. This is usually whenever I cut ties, but I just got a quick question for you, man. I know the NBA playoffs is going. Who you got? Who you think's gonna win?
Man,
you could be.
I want to. You know what? I would like to see OKC win.
Okay.
I like Kid Gill. I like him. He's good.
Got my mic cut off.
We don't need to see LeBron win another one.
We don't go. No, I'm just playing, but no, I think OKC is looking.
No. I'll be honest. I'll take that back. I want Golden State to win.
Golden State, really?
Yeah.
Just because Steph Curry, or just because
I like
with the Jimmy Butler trade and all that good stuff?
I love Steph. You know, here's the thing. Here's what we should be really considering: is if Steph Curry wins another championship, we could actually put him over LeBron. Yeah, because he beat LeBron. I get it. He had a better.
Yeah, LeBron beat him too.
Right.
3-1. I don't know if you remember
that.
I'm just saying.
But
I'm listening though.
But if he wins again, what is that? 4? Is that 4?
That's 5. He got 5 rings. That'd be 5 rings.
So he'll have 5. So he'll have 5 rings, and LeBron will have 4. In this era, in LeBron's era,
it might be 4. I'm sorry. I think you was right. I think it was.
No, because he won 1 without KD.
Right.
He won 2 without KD.
Yeah, he won. Yeah, so he's got 2 without KD. He's got 1
2
with KD.
2 with KD.
Yep. Oh, so yeah. Okay.
So he would have 5, and then that would be 5 in LeBron's era, right? So how can you call somebody to go like Jordan never had anybody win in his era when he was winning. Like after he won a championship, it was over. Like
I mean, he went 2 3-peats.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
He won the majority. Let's just say this: he won the majority.
Oh no, for sure.
He won the majority in his era. So Steph's gonna win the majority in LeBron's era, and then Kobe won the majority in his era. So,
but I put Kobe before LeBron.
I'm just saying.
I do personally like.
I love LeBron. But
I always say MJ's first, Kobe second, LeBron third, and I'm a LeBron fan, and I just go by what I see.
Me too.
But Steph Curry over LeBron?
Yeah. Could be the second greatest player of all time. If he win another championship, where do you think the conversation is gonna be the next day?
I'm telling you right now.
I guarantee you they're gonna be like, he's better than LeBron.
If I ever hear Stephen A. Smith say that Steph Curry is better than LeBron, this is all I'm gonna think. There's no way. And I love Steph Curry. He is the greatest shooter of all time. But I'm sorry, I cannot put him over LeBron. I just can't, bro. Think about
Did you watch the Olympics?
I did. Listen, I get it. It was really cool, and I'm glad you brought that up. It was really cool to watch Kevin Durant and LeBron James both defer to Steph Curry. It was like, take the ball and you get us there. And that's what he did. He scored 12 straight points. I get what you're getting at. I understand. And I see your point.
I'm just saying.
I get.
Okay. So you telling me in the Olympics?
Yeah, which are that's the best players in the world.
All the players on it, they was deferring to Steph.
They did. They definitely referred to Steph.
And in older Olympics, when we had Magic and Bird and everybody in Jordan's time.
Yep.
Do you think that they was going to refer to Mike?
No, the egos wouldn't allow it. They were like, listen, you gonna get yours, but I'm also gonna get mine. Larry's not gonna overpass the ball to MJ if he's open. He's gonna shoot that thing.
You don't think? I'm just saying. You're right, probably right, but I'm saying they look, man. I don't know. I just know.
Let me ask you a question. Who's your GOAT?
You know it's Mike.
Okay, I'm just asking. Yeah,
man. It's not even close. I don't even put him in that debate no more.
Me neither.
I just say, he's over here, and y'all.
I just say he's the GOAT of his generation. That's what I just say.
I just no. I just say he's over here,
right?
And y'all can
play nicely.
Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do over here, because I'm not even going to discuss that, man, because I seen it. I've seen it. I don't need to even look. That it's cool what we got right now. It's cute. You know what I'm saying? It's cute. I like what we got right now. I like how they
said it's cute.
It's cute. They want to argue about who the GOAT is and all that. But it's funny because it's like they mention him like it's like, dude, it's not even. It's literally not even close.
No,
it's not even close.
I truly don't. I don't think LeBron and no, you could mention them in the same sentence, but there's a difference. I mean, that's the truth. And anybody that wants to debate that, we can gladly have a basketball podcast only. We can talk sports because I can do this for a living. But
this ain't even a Barry Sanders versus Emmitt Smith debate.
Right.
That's it's almost kind of like that, but it's not. It's like, bro.
Just out of curiosity, who's behind Jordan in your opinion? You better not say Steph Curry. You will be banned. You will be fired.
He's not there because
I was just checking. I was just making sure.
I'm gonna have to say Kobe.
All right, no, I respect that. I wish I had a thumbs up button, but yeah, I'll give you that. Okay, I just want to make sure. I was just testing you to see if you said
it's either for me. It's either gonna be Kobe or Magic.
Okay, you got Magic up there.
Yeah, and then I got Bird.
Okay, I'm not arguing with that.
I love LeBron.
Right.
I love LeBron.
Right.
It's hard for me to put because
is LeBron in the top 5? Is he in your top 5? Okay, I'm just curious.
It's hard for me to put him above those other guys because they went through their losses too, right? It would have been like if what if for instance, like what if Isaiah Thomas or Dominique, let's just say Dominique Wilkins. Let's just say because Dominique was on Atlanta forever. If Dominique Wilkins would have said, you know what, I can't beat these guys, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna play with Larry Bird. It
never happened.
Yeah,
it never happened.
It don't make sense.
It never happened.
Right.
It's just a different generation, though, man.
Well, that's fine, but then I can't. It's hard to.
It's hard to analyze. I agree with what you're saying, though. I agree with what you're saying because Jordan would never go play with Bird, Magic, or any of those guys because he wanted his own career path.
We'll just say this for the youth because I know people on here arguing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's hard to analyze how great you could have been. Right. Like if he would have stayed, say he stayed in Cleveland and he lost.
Yeah, well, he would only had like 2 rings though, probably 2 or 3 rings.
We don't know because he didn't. Right. He didn't. We don't know.
Right.
You never know who gets hurt in the West. You don't know who get.
Right.
I think Golden State would have beat the Raptors if KD wouldn't have got hurt.
Oh,
Clay
for
got
sure,
hurt.
For sure.
So
yeah, everybody was hurt there.
So you could
even argue the game that Draymond Green got suspended, the one that they lost to make it to Game 7. Draymond plays that game, they might not even lose Game 6. I mean, so you're not wrong.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot that goes with it. Like, you never know who goes where. You never know. I think KD stays with Oklahoma City. If he didn't,
could you imagine if him Westbrook and Harden stayed together? What kind of team?
I think that happens. I think that happens if LeBron doesn't go to Miami.
Yes and no. Also, KD did go down 3-1, or they was up 3-1 to Golden State, and then Golden State came all the way back. I thought that kind of influenced it, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, but no, I think what influenced it was
was the team up with LeBron and but there's also some other teams prior to. LeBron wasn't the first ever to make a super team. I mean, we got to remember that Charles Barkley also went to Houston.
Man,
I get it though. But they tried to assemble what they had left.
Barkley,
Gary Payton and Karl Malone went to the Lakers. I get they were on their last legs, but they tried it. They tried it. KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen.
That's the same.
I get it.
That's the same as if, I mean, they was in their almost in their.
Oh no, they were definitely at the end of their primes.
38, 39.
Yeah, they were definitely at the end of their primes.
So,
sure.
Yeah, I mean, if they was 38, 39, it makes sense.
But not when they were like 30?
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. 25, 26, no. Here's the thing, Barkley had a super team. They just didn't win. I don't know what the...
Talking about with Jeff Hornacek and everybody?
No. Barkley had a super team with the Sixers.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't even mention them.
With Dr. Dre. Yep. Or Dr. Dre. Dr. J. He had Dr. J. He had Moses Malone. You know what I'm saying? He had Maurice Cheeks. That's a squad.
Yeah, Maurice butt cheeks more like it.
Yeah, Maurice Cheeks.
He was good. Yeah.
That's a good squad. They won a championship before that too.
Right.
They beat the Lakers.
That is true.
So yeah, that's a dominant squad right there, man. Yeah.
Hey, there's somebody right now hearing our debates over here. They probably over here looking at us like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, guys. Listen. This is all fun talk, man.
Who's your WWE GOAT?
Oh, that's tough.
WWF.
I knew. Somehow I hate when people ask me this question, man.
Who's your GOAT?
It's so not fair.
I'm gonna tell you mine.
I'm gonna give you a 2 answer to that. My personal GOAT is Shawn Michaels. Mr. WrestleMania. That's me personally. But if you used to tell me, hey man, no bias, opinion, just straight off of pure facts, who's your GOAT? I'm gonna tell you it's The Rock. But I'm only basing this off of not only what you revolutionized to change the game, but what you did outside the game. That's the reason why I would put The Rock #1.
There's several GOATs in that.
I know, that's why I said it's such
so many.
Unfair question. You got Stone Cold, you got Undertaker, man.
That's too many.
It's too dependent. But who's yours?
As a kid, like if
give me your personal GOAT, and then who do you think?
When I was growing up as a kid.
If you say Ultimate Warrior, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He was.
Hey, do me a favor.
Hold on.
Oh hell no.
Hold on.
Rest in peace, the Ultimate Warrior. Just so you know, I was more of an Ultimate Warrior fan than the Hulk, than the Hulk Hogan. But
what he did,
he was such a terrible wrestler.
He was, but I'm saying, I'm not talking about wrestling. All right,
I know.
I'm talking about as a wrestler,
marketability and being a wrestler.
Yeah. Like when he came on, I had to watch, right? So it was obviously you had Hogan when he fought Andre the Giant in the was it the first or the third?
That was the first one. You talking about where he body slammed him? Yeah, that was the first one, I believe.
Yeah,
WWF. Yep.
So that was one. So I remember watching that. That was first, and I think it was on pay-per-view. I was like, man, I was young, I was a little kid. So you got that. You got another one who's a terrible wrestler. Is Goldberg.
God, he was so terrible.
He was terrible, but man,
he was terrible. But he was marketable. But the reason why I'm going to put him in that conversation because he was with WCW majority of his career. Yeah, that's the only reason that I think it exempts him and like the guys like Sting, because I think Sting should be in that conversation too. But like they were over there for so long, you know.
Ricky the Dragon.
I was just about to bring that up. I was gonna say if there's two people I feel like that don't get enough mention, would be like Steamboat. Yeah. Like not Ric Flair. I'm sorry. Randy Savage. That's another one, you know what I mean? Like, that some people I just don't give enough respect to. We're always going to say guys like Ric Flair. We're always going to say your Stone Colds. We're going to say The Rock, you know.
Perfect.
Mr. Perfect was another guy. Actually, he's part of the reason the Immaculate became like a gimmick. Him. But at that back towel flip, man, you know how hard it was for me to try to time that when I was a kid, man. I couldn't catch that thing for the life of me from behind the back. I'll be doing that shit all the time. Perfect. Look, I'll get out the shower, man. I'll grab that towel, go out there, that motherfucker back.
He had the mullet.
Yeah. The curly mullet.
And
that motherfucker was glistening.
Ted DiBiase.
Yep. The $1 Million Man.
Yep.
Everybody's got a price. Yeah, he ain't lying though. That was some true facts. He was trying to tell y'all something.
He was on game.
You know, now you got OnlyFans
He
and
was on
stuff.
game.
You know, I think he was talking about OnlyFans.
He was on game. Yeah.
Yo, Don DeMarco for 10 DiBiase.
But
everybody's got a price.
my goat would be The Rock.
Yep.
Stone Cold. Them two, you could pick either or, and I'd be cool.
Yeah, it was dope because we got them both at the same time.
Yeah,
too.
they was killing.
It wasn't like they were like
Undertaker.
Cena. It wasn't like Cena and Stone Cold were like they never crossed paths. We had The Rock and Stone Cold at the same time, and it was like they clashed like in a competitive way. It was never like F you. It was just like I know you're here. Like Stone Cold was like I refuse to give up my spot, and I knew The Rock was coming. So like it was dope, like how much magic they made together.
And I gotta give it up, Ric Flair, man.
Woo! Yeah, Ric Flair's definitely up there, bro.
I didn't like him, and I didn't like Lawler.
Jerry.
They used to wrestle here.
Yeah, it's at the Coliseum.
So
shout out to Coliseum. One of the first companies to ever give me my opportunity.
I used to go watch those matches when it used to be on Channel 52.
Yeah.
It was the local channel.
WGIN or something like that.
I think that was the Chicago Stadium.
Yeah, you're right.
Chicago Network.
Yeah, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But it used to be on Channel 52.
Yep.
And it was awesome to watch them because you can go down to the stadium and watch them, or you can watch them
live. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy that it's Evansville too. You know what I mean? Like guys like Andre the Giant, Stone Cold, The Rock. Anybody that was of a name in the 90s and 80s all went through Evansville at a point, whether they were already established or was just climbing up.
Who was the funniest?
Oh, it was The Rock. I think The Rock was the funniest, man. It's
the funny, like I mean, not like I think of like not purposely funny.
Oh, like, just like okay.
I think
who do you think?
The one that comes to my mind was the Bushwhacker.
Oh, Luke Bushwhacker.
The Bushwhackers, the fun. Yeah.
So interesting enough, I actually had an opportunity I did a commercial, not a commercial. The news, our local news did a thing.
Gold Dust.
Todd, hey, you deserve this, Todd, man.
Gold Dust.
Yeah, Gold Dust ain't in there. Fresh and fruity, tutti fruity booty, Gold Dust. What are you crazy, man? That's funny. The news did a thing because we had a legend show at the Coliseum, and I was one of the only young wrestlers that actually had the opportunity to wrestle at that show. And it was me and Luke at like 5 o'clock in the morning in the ring, and we were doing spots and stuff. Obviously, he wasn't taking the bumps, but he was doing the comedy. Like, and I remember my brother, he used to put me in a headlock and run me into the wall and stuff. That's probably why I'm half retarded now. But it was really cool to like sit there and do a segment with him. Because I was like, man, I remember back in the day, I was watching you as a kid. But see, you say Luke Bushwhacker, the Bushwhackers were definitely hilarious. I think when I think of like, I would probably say Santino Marella. Santino Marella was like hilarious. Now he was intentionally funny because he wasn't the greatest wrestler, but his comedic put him on a different frequency.
Intentionally funny than The Rock, or
I don't think anybody was funnier than The Rock.
Or Ravishing Rick Rude.
Rick Rude was a funny one too. See, I would think he was more attention. Yeah, man, I forgot about Piper. Right. Now you just opened the game up.
Yeah, Roddy Piper was hilarious.
Dusty Rhodes was another funny one too. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, there's so many. God, that's such an open-ended question. See, now I got to do a wrestling podcast where we just talk about that. Yeah, that's actually a good one. I'm actually glad you brought that up. Booker T. Actually, Twan just said, yo, Twan, I got to give you that one, bro. He might take the cake. Booker T.
Yeah, he was funny.
5 times. Sucker! And it's funny because he still does it, and like the first thing I start doing is laughing. Bro, like when he did the King Booker gimmick, and he's like, King Booker! And it's like, he emphasized certain things that, and it was like naturally funny, but it was his character. It wasn't he was trying to be funny. It was like, he's the king. This is what he does.
Man.
That was a good one, Twan. That was a good one.
You got to do one on movies when we get back.
Movies? Ooh. Yeah. Matter of fact, Don DeMarco. Yeah, we got to do some of the best comedy shows, or comedy movies. Who's the best actor? Who's the funniest actor? Male and female. Who's the best comedian, male or female? Like, Yeah. Actually, that's a really good one because I feel like we would get a lot of interaction with that.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll be honest, we already
Gotta
went
go.
way over time.
Yeah.
Once again, this man's got a super busy schedule. I appreciate you stopping by because
Hey, man, no
seriously, I
problem.
just took 2 hours of your time.
It's all good.
But guys, the information we gave you, use it. Use the promo skill that he's giving you. I'm sorry, not the promo skill, the promo code to be able to go to the gym, work out there for free for a week. Use the Immaculate Podcast name to go into the Protein House to get you up to 15% off, guys.
Yeah.
And literally, give us a review afterwards. I don't care if you DM him, you DM me, you go to the YouTube or Instagram page, leave a review. You know, we want to get the reviews up because it's a new business. So we want to get his review revenue up because it's going to help his algorithm push to new people that whether they're in town for the weekend, in town for the day, even for a couple hours, these reviews are going to help boost that up. So we want to make sure that we really attack that, guys. And like I said, go in there and try out the meal prep plans. Make sure you guys go in there, guys. The menu is endless, front and back. This ain't no front paper stuff. Drop on the app. Make sure you guys get the Protein House app. Like I said, drop on his Facebook page, drop on the Protein House Facebook page, drop it on the Chamfit Studios page. He's got pictures, because if you go to chamfit.com, it actually has a layout of the gym, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
It's like a 3D graphic, which is pretty detailed, too.
Yeah. Well, you can, no, it's I think I don't know.
Oh, it's a virtual. It's a virtual, that's what it is. It wasn't 3D, it was virtual.
I don't know if it's still on there.
Is it okay? It's been a while since I had went on there and did that. But either way, guys, drop in. Check it out. You won't regret it. It's going to be amazing. You're going to thank us later, just like I'm thanking him right now. I appreciate you stopping on the platform, bro.
Yeah.
Always been a solid dude, always humble, always respectful, and I wish nothing but the utmost success for everything that you've put into this.
You too, man. Appreciate you.
And guys, we appreciate y'all taking the time to come in, dropping in the comment section. Like I said, guys, make sure you give us a like. Make sure you give us a share. Go on the Immaculate Podcast Facebook page. Give us a like. Same thing to the YouTube account. Make sure you guys go. Matter of fact, when y'all get off of here, go to Alexa and say, Alexa, play the Immaculate Podcast. That's going to tell you guys the type of things that we're trying to accomplish here. And guys like this that drop in is only going to help us out. We want to make sure we give him the same respect. Guys, we appreciate you coming in yet again. Once again, we appreciate y'all dropping in on the Immaculate Podcast. We will see you next time. Peace. Oh, man.
Did it. We did it, baby.
Man, I appreciate the hell out of it.
Appreciate it, man. Shit. You keep, what size are you? Extra large?
Yeah.
I'll take the large from you then.
What I'll do is...
You got one? Do you have one of these?
No.
Yeah.
No, I never had the Protein House. I only got the Chamfit one.
Yeah. Take that one.
Appreciate it.
Where's
I
your,
was going to...
I saw Alyssa Renner on there. She always... Bro. We was talking about her. Like a year ago. I was like, this girl go through more dudes.
Yeah.
And she posted every time she go on a date. Date one.
I think she was just dating a guy. I think he passed away.
As many people as she dates, of course, she's gonna find one that passes away.
Yeah, I think he had a car accident. But either way, she was always dating somebody new. And I don't know what the fuck going on with that. But there was something I was gonna show you. What is it? Oh, I don't know. Sometimes when here's the thing I should have did. Instead of going live on, I didn't know I had my podcast, which once I caught it, I just went on my Facebook and shared it. Mm-hmm. But I generally what I do is I'll go live on my Facebook and then share it to the Immaculate one. I didn't realize I did it backwards because I was just on there because I was looking at the algorithm and stuff, and I was looking because like right now our audience is like 66% men, and then obviously the rest is women. So I was looking at that, and I didn't think to fucking switch it back, which wasn't no big deal. But basically, I just went on and then I just basically shared it on mine. That's my homeboy Mahalis. He's great. He's a good wrestler too. Yeah. But I just made sure that I shared it onto mine. But I was curious to see how many views we had just for that time being, just for being on here. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, almost 300 people just within that little small time frame that we were already on.
Yeah.
Probably would have been a little bit higher if I'd have went straight for my page. But I mean, I caught it like maybe 10, 15 minutes in. And it usually grows over like, because I never get more than probably like 10 to 12 people that catch it live. Plus, you gotta think it's Easter, so everybody's fucking with their family and shit. But I made sure that I added your name when I first made the original post to tell people about it. And then also, you are already at, actually, hold on, let me add this on. Before I forget. There we go. Hopefully it should, see if it changes. There we go. So that way it'll at your name more. And then,
Okay.
I got it on, I mean, I basically have, let me add Chamfit on here too real quick, because I thought I did that already, but, which I need to go on and follow Chamfit on the Immaculate page too, so that way, future reference, I can just add the name in there too. But it's on there now, so we good, and then it already has a protein house in the options.
Uh-oh.
What?
John Morant's playing.
He played against Dallas too, and I mean I already knew he was gonna lose. I'm glad we lost the game, if I'm being honest, because I've been disappointed with the Mavs ever since the trade and shit. But
Oh yeah.
I still never got over that. Yeah, I never got over that, bro. But
I can't believe it, bro.
I still never got over that. So. See, like, that was when I did this live feed here. And I mean, you see 5K views on that. 5K views on that.
Oh, yeah.
And then 4.7 when I did the one about the security thing that happened over at Chasers.
Yeah. How many people interacted with you?
From that video alone, I had 61 reactions, 9 comments, 8 shares, 4.7K views. Let me see some more that I got on here.
This dude is so stupid. You follow this Big Groove guy?
I don't know if you saw this yet, but this how disappointed I was in the Mavs trade. I made this like immediately after the trade had happened. Oh, that dude, yeah, he's pretty funny. Apparently he got some pushback. I forgot what he did, something that a lot of people weren't okay with, and I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but I was like, I don't remember, but I was like, the fact that he's black is the only reason why y'all really bitching about it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think his content's pretty funny. I mean, at the end of the day, he's just a buff black dude dancing, which I don't see anything special about it. But let me find this one. I was gonna show you. Yeah, bro. Ant-Man was in his fucking
He's
bill
proud.
bag, bro. Fucking
He's gonna be
bill
proud.
bag. Here it was. Right here. That's the day he got hurt. But I was so bad when AD got hurt that first game, bro. I said, man, that's why you don't trade a fucking Buick Century for a fucking Lamborghini, bro. Or, I'm sorry, you don't trade a Lamborghini for a Buick Century.
I can't believe they
I
did
was
it.
so fucking mad. I never got over it. Yeah, it says OKC is. I just saw my buddy's post. OKC is running Memphis right now. Well, duh.
Cow.
I'm telling you, as long as OKC stays healthy, they're gonna be just fine, bro. What the hell is a tapestry? But yeah, man, your girl Alyssa, boy, she been busy. I'll just leave it at that. And the thing is like, you know, she still keeps herself uptight for the most part. You know, obviously she's older, Alyssa.
Oh shit! I don't know.
Yeah, it's just every time I see her post something, it's like she's seeing another guy. And I'm like, man, that's such a bad look.
I know. I don't even.
I think since I can remember correctly, if I'm being honest, bro, she's like on like a relationship like number 4, maybe 5 within like the last like 2 years.
That's more than that.
Yeah, I know it is. That's just the ones that I caught.
That's more. Yeah, that's more than that. I know that. She don't know how to. I don't know. And then, like I said, you got to think like you can run it through these dudes. It can't be all these dudes. There's got to be something wrong with you.
And you know she's got to be introducing